tongue. My name is RJ Redden, and entrepreneurs hire me to rocket launch their marketing message because most are shouting into a black hole or can't get engagement on or offline, or worse, they're a carbon copy of everybody else. So I create messaging that rocket launches your bottom line, skyrockets your engagement, and builds those relationships that I know you want. With me today is a human being who is worth his weight in gold. This, my friends, is Steve Sunshine. Yes, that's his actual name. He is from that company that I talk about, I don't know, every day. True Chat. And I'm going to be interviewing him today. Welcome, Steve, to the Bot Signal.
Thank you, RJ. It's a pleasure to be here. Really appreciate the opportunity. And you're doing a fantastic job pushing chatbots to the world. We need more like you.
Well, I will. The cloning machine, I have been working on it in the background. So beautiful. So I wanted to bring you on so that people could put a face to the company. I talk about it all the time. I'm really enthused about these bots that you guys are building the platform for. I'm really enthused about getting them out into the world and getting them into as many hands as possible, because for the first time, I think I've run into a company who really sees what's possible in the world of bots. So let me back up and ask you a few questions, like boring interview questions that people ask all the time. One question for this is, where did True Chat come from? What made y'all decide to start on bots?
Well, it's a long story. Our company was founded about 17 years ago as Codemasters, and the CEO, Alex Koval, built this great engineering company and has been servicing clients' needs as technical staffing, engineering services, web development services, web solution services for 17 years. And then about 7 years ago, they decided to venture and build an individual product that showcases their prowess in building web solutions. So they launched a sub company called True Visibility, which started out with a website builder, point and click, drag and drop type website builder, email platform, blogging platform, event management platform, hosting, domain name, a real full bore solution for the small business to get up on online. And that was about 7 years ago. About 2.5 years ago, they decided to add live chat as another functionality into the platform. And they did that and successfully. And there's a full live chat platform where you could have 100 agents, interacting with your people on live chat for support and sales, just as everyone does these days in the support space. And then about 2 years ago, they decided to increase the functionality of the chat platform into a chatbot platform. They saw the writing on the wall. They saw all the exciting press, all the capabilities that were coming, and they ventured and invested in building the chatbot platform called TrueChat. So not only is TrueChat a flagship product, but it's part of a packaged integration with web hosting and domain names and email and everything else. So it's a full-fledged platform. But as a company, we see that TrueChat and conversational marketing and this type of platform has so much potential that we're really putting a tremendous focus on this as the flagship of the company. So we've been around a long time. We're about 60 developers and employees strong as a company. We're in a few different countries. We're based out of South Florida. We're in Fort Lauderdale. It's about 90 degrees out, still summer for us in October 1st. But the company has tremendous programming capabilities. We look at things and say, how can we solve it in a very efficient and effective way that can scale for our clients and utilize all the tools that we know how to use to build quick and powerful solutions. So that's the True Chat, True Visibility Codemaster story. They're kind of all intertwined or intertangled together, but we have a lot of capabilities. And but the chatbot and AI technology is the exciting thing around the company.
I'm loving the AI capability. I'm because I writing chatbots for the last 2 years. There are so many instances in which I wish that I've been able to help people automatically with the thing that they needed without having to write 78 keywords for every possible way that somebody could ask a question. I mean, there's a lot of time, especially there's one chatbot that I do. It belongs to Ian, the keto guy. He's got that 30-day challenge. People have so many ways of asking the same darn thing over and
Right.
over. But that's really, I mean, that's one of the aspects that will really help that bot.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about some ways that some of your other clients are using that AI to help make a huge difference to their customer experience?
Well, first, let me clear up a little misconceptions about AI and smart bots and artificial intelligence and machine learning and all these different tools that people are throwing this term around improperly and really confusing people. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, natural language understanding, they're all under the same general umbrella. Okay, it's what functionality you're trying to do. With what TrueChat does is we connect through the Microsoft Lewis platform, which is a natural language understanding platform, which allows you to build intents, which are just the kind of the gist of what someone's asking. If you're asking, what time does your store open? You may ask it 57 different ways. What are your hours today? Are you open now? What time are you open? What time is your store open? What's your normal hours of operation? There's a million ways to say it. All of those have the same shared intent of the user trying to understand what time your door is open. So the intent is very simple. What time do your doors open? So the different ways the customer asks the question are called utterances. So the way you build AI with Microsoft Lewis, the way we chose to do it, we tried to build a platform that is very usable and at the level that people can get started with AI. You can go off the deep end and have chess tournaments and beat Watson and play Jeopardy on massive scale, or you can build a product that the marketers, the chatbot developers, the business owners can use today. That's the path we took. So with the intent, you can create unlimited number of intents. And then the way the bot is programmed is you put in a sample set of utterances, maybe 5, 10, 15 for a specific intent. And we'll keep with the example of what time does your store open. So you create these 10, let's use the number 10, utterances. You create the response that you want to deliver, whether it's just a text response, hey, we open at 9 a.m., or it branches to another script in your flow that triggers more questions, more answers. It could be a video that plays, whatever direction you want. But the system determines what the intent is of the utterance that the user types in, goes to match that with any pre-built intents that we have in the system. And when it matches, it's a beautiful thing. And then you deliver the right response. If it doesn't match, which is most of the time, as early on in the development of your bot and your optimization path, it captures what questions were asked and not answered. So then you can look at it and say, you know what, that question I deem worthy of including in my existing intents or add a new intent. Okay. The questions that don't make any sense, you just delete, get rid of them, and never think about them or laugh at them, as most of the questions are pretty silly. So you build this intent system. And for big companies, and I always use the Best Buy example, it's very easy to visualize. If you're developing intents and want to have an open-ended question capability of your chatbot, for Best Buy, you're talking about a million different directions that someone could ask questions for. But if you have a more specific task or a more specific domain, like let's say a dry cleaner, then you know your top 10 or 20 or 30 questions that always get asked. How much does it cost to clean pants? Do you clean leather? Do you clean bedspreads? Do you clean drapes? I clean my wedding dress? All those different things are very tightly tied to the dry cleaner's world. So you can easily build enough intents to cover your 80% of your customers' questions. I always point out that, a chatbot is a progressively better and better tool to service your customers' needs. The first day you launch anything, it's going to be hopefully good. You thought of as much as you could. You did a great job. RJ did her personalization and put it in there, and you're using a great platform. And hopefully you thought of everything. And then as you watch how your customers engage with it, you start learning things. How are they using it? Where are the road bumps or roadblocks? What questions are they asking? What are they really focusing on? And then you start optimizing your bot. So you go back to it the next day, the next week, and keep giving it more and more of powerful information that solves the challenges you're trying to solve. So with AI, the first day, just like if you hired a customer service person, the first day, they're going to have about 20 minutes worth of training, and then they're going to talk to people on the phone, and they're not going to know much. But 2 weeks in, they're going to know 20 things. And a month in, they're going to know 30 things. And in 6 months, they're going to know 100 things. And in a year, they're going to know almost everything. And then as you add more and more products and services and things change, you retrain your employees, just like you have to retrain the bot. If the answer "do you clean pants" is no longer true, you have to update and modify the bot. That's why, the AI portion is challenging, rewarding, and very lucrative for the bot builder. Okay, because you have to commit to doing it right. It's not something you can dabble in. You have to do it right, because most people will tell you, the naysayers of the world will tell you that, AI, it doesn't work great, it's stupid, it's not helping anybody. It's because it's not programmed correctly,
Right.
or deeply enough. Okay, it's just like a chatbot or a web page or a phone call script or anything else you use in this world. If you do it poorly, it performs poorly. If you invest properly and have the skills and bring in the expertise that you may not have on staff to help you build that solution, then you're going to do much better. And if you're in this business or any business seriously, it's a long-term commitment to do anything with your business. There's no quick wins. There's no easy solutions. There's no quick gold or anything out there. It's strong business sense. It's best practices. It's being able to execute. Nothing changes. There's no short wins. There's only good business. And if the world was perfect, the people that deserve to be successful would be successful. Luck should be taken out of it. So if you're a hard worker, you put the resources in, you've got a good vision, you have great values, that can be presented in any method or way you're doing it. I know this is a long answer, RJ, but I just wanted to be able to touch the AI portion. We use it as just an answering type system so people can enter free text, but there's a lot more power to it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more use for it in the chatbot world. One of the tools that we're investigating right now is to be able to use AI and machine learning to take a large set of data. Like, let's say you've had live chat for 10 years in your company and you have all these conversations. The AI system could read in all that data and pull out the right information, the right frequency, the right commonalities to give you a great data set to start the AI portion of a chatbot today. So you learn from all the past conversations. That's the big missing thing on most platforms, and that's one of the things we're working on heavy, is to be able to learn actually from existing conversations and past conversations. And that is the real power of AI, is to look at large data sets and bring out models of how that can be used and incorporated in another use. So I could talk forever. So RJ, you please interrupt me as many times as you can.
I will. Yeah, no, that's some fascinating stuff. There's so much that could be done. I mean, it's the tip of the iceberg,
right.
At this point.
Mm-hmm.
When you and I went to a conference in Chicago this
Mm-hmm.
summer, and you were talking to me about an idea that just, I mean, it blew my mind, honestly. It was just like, why hasn't anyone thought of that? And that is the chatbot landing pages that you guys are doing right now. I know you're really in heavy promotion mode there, but talk to me about those. Talk to me about, why that's a good idea and what people will get, and tell me everything, because I think these are
Absolutely. Well, first, I can't take credit for inventing chatbot landing pages. It's been there before, but the use and how to execute on that vision and the tools that you provide a chatbot builder or a business, I think we're being extremely innovative to do that and how we're bringing it to market. But a chatbot landing page in the simplest form is just a dedicated landing page that is the post-click destination of email campaigns, social campaigns, pay-per-click campaigns, cross-marketing campaigns from your website, where you make the chatbot the center star of the presentation right on the main part of the page. So it's not the pop-up that sits in the right corner or left corner of your traditional website page. It's not your Facebook Messenger. It's a dedicated, focused presentation to deliver and realize the goals of the campaign and the strategy you're trying to take advantage of. So if you're driving Black Friday's coming up, Black Friday campaign for a certain product or a sale, or you're a marketing company or a training company and you're trying to get some real content across, then build out a landing page that the chatbot becomes the center communication tool with the visitor. What that allows you to do, and RJ is great at this, is having that one-to-one personal conversation to deliver the branding and the personality of the brand in a conversation with the visitor. So when you go to a standard landing page today, when you run a campaign, you're usually going to the homepage they send you to, or they're sending you to a product detail page if they're selling products, or they send you to a static landing page that has a big, bright, give me your name, give me your email address, that kind of, immediately makes you back off because it's a speed bump. I don't want to give you something before I even know who you are. So the difference with what we're promoting and we're building into the platform is the ability to put that chatbot as the conversational point right in the middle of a big, beautiful, responsive web page. So in that chatbot, you can go obviously in any direction you need to, but as you prompt and have the conversation started with the visitor, you can ask them and qualify them and start delivering exactly what they are looking for and conversing with them in the method and tone and speed that they want to converse, as compared to sending them to a static page that has 10,000 words on it, 42 links, and so much confusion, so much going on that the typical user is overwhelmed. So this chatbot landing page for us is absolutely the best way that a business or a chatbot developer, marketer, agency can use chatbots in scale. Okay, here's the biggest takeaway that I want to bring to the audience is that a chatbot and chat has always been really for support. If you go to any software company and you get stuck, you look for that live chat pop up and say, hey, I can't figure out how to do X or Y. And hopefully in 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, they get you your answer. You say thank you, and you're gone. That's great. Everybody that does service and support has a chat, probably has it built into their system and uses it and gets great value. But if you're a chatbot developer, just automating that functionality is valuable, but it doesn't scale. Okay, if you go to a big company and you say, I'm going to build you this chatbot for your service and support, and they say, okay, great, let's do it. Boom, boom, boom. You do it, and you're kind of done. And they have just my experience, 25 years in this industry, there's not a lot of development funds and budget in support departments and technical support, sales support departments, because they're trying to cut costs to increase sales. If you go down the end of the office and go into the advertising and marketing and business development departments, they have enormous amounts of dollars to spend to drive their business. So what I've been working on the last 6 months is how can we connect chatbots to the money, to the advertising departments, to the marketing departments, to the business development departments. So what we came up with and what our company is really betting on is that the chatbot landing page for each one of a company's email campaigns, for their pay-per-click on Facebook or Google campaigns, or their social campaigns, send them into this conversation. And imagine that someone goes from a click and now starts engaging with your bot, starts having a conversation in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes goes by, and they're interacting, getting information, learning about your brand. And then at that point, you go for the conversion. And if you don't get that conversion, then you back out and just try to solidify the lead that you just communicated with for 10 minutes. That's a whole different mindset than going to a static landing page and all you're trying to do is capture that email address as fast as you can, and then you hand this pile of emails to your sales department, and they just start the chase. They try to figure out how to get the hold of these people. Most of the people don't answer, don't respond. The salespeople get frustrated. The amount of money you spend chasing bad leads ruins your profitability as a company. So what we're promoting is focus on the interaction when your customer is visiting and it's hot for the idea. Right then and there, they're interested. Don't let them go. Give them the never-ending chatbot presentation. As long as they're willing to stay there, give them more and more information. They have questions, they want to order, give them a buy button, give them testimonials, keep giving them information. So that never-ending chatbot presentation on a chatbot landing page will drive engagement, will lead to increased conversions, will get you more ROI on all your campaigns, and scales. If you get this big win as a developer, as an agency, with a client, and they say, you know what, this worked great for campaign number 1. I've got 40 more campaigns to go. So now you can build the similar landing pages and just minorly tweak the chatbots or develop new chatbots for each campaign. But you now have ongoing revenue as a chatbot developer. You have ongoing relationships with your clients. They have a strategy in place to maximize the ROI for all their advertising dollars. And then the real beauty of the whole thing is most advertising companies, if you ask them what's the key metric, it's conversion rate, conversion rate, conversion rate, conversion rate. With a chatbot developer with chatbot landing pages, you can now offer 2 different metrics. You have your conversion rate and you have your brand engagement rate. If you can go back to your client and say, you know what, we've sold 22 people today, but your average time on a chatbot session per visitor is 7 minutes and 84 seconds, right? Or 7 minutes and 20 seconds, or whatever the number is. And that engagement rate is going to lead to future sales and future business and goodwill and brand memory and top of mind awareness, where if you took them to a static landing page, nobody remembers that. You know, hopefully you get the concept across, but you're not engaged, you're not educated, you're not brand aware, you're not nurtured, you're not given this personal one-on-one attention, you're not connecting with the brand. So that's where chatbot landing pages came from. We have a complete system that does it all for you. We're building online editors as we speak. We have about 100 things to add to the platform. It's going to be an amazing tool as we grow. It's an amazing tool today. So thank you for asking about that, RJ. And I just think the connection of tying chatbots to money will make us all money.
Well, I think so. It's and that's the question people ask. What's the ROI? What's what is that? I love that engagement time
Hmm.
factor, because, as they say, it takes between 7 and 12 instances.
Right.
Have we ever thought about why?
Yeah, people don't remember. They're bombarded. The loyalty factor, the way customers shop and remember. My attention span goes down every week.
Who are you anyway? What
Yes,
was your
right.
name again? Yeah.
Yes,
Well, not only that, people aren't getting what they need. People aren't
mhm,
getting what they're seeking. They're getting part of
right,
what they're seeking until they get 7 to 12 parts, and then they make a decision. Well, what if you can make that happen in one?
right, right.
Ed Weinberg has a question, and I'm just going to
Okay,
put it up because
great.
it's a question that I've been asking you for a while. That
Right,
affiliate, is that bad
right.
boy ready?
We're putting in place affiliate package for our whole platform. It is physically built. Now I have to flesh out all the configurations and all the marketing materials. So I can commit, today is Tuesday, I can commit that it should launch by Friday. And, so it should all be all in place. And for the partnership program for TrueChat, we really have a couple of different ways to work with us. We only really want to sell through partnerships of chatbot builders, of entrepreneurs, of agencies, developers, social marketers. We are not trying to take business from RJ. We want to give RJ business and people like RJ. Not that there's very many like RJ. So, as a partner, you can deliver the products that we sell to your clients, and there's multiple ways to make money. The easiest basic way is you drive traffic and sales, or you drive sales through our platform. You can earn an ongoing commission for life as long as we remain friends. And at that point, we can do everything for you as your representative, as your technical partner, or we can send out work to people like RJ to fulfill the bot building side of it. And then the big money opportunity is for you as a partner to represent what TrueChat can do, all the things TrueChat can do. So when you talk to a client and they say, you know what, I need flaming logos, I need bells and whistles, I need this thing to sing, and you come back to me and you say, Steve, I need these crazy requirements, and I'll say, not a problem. We can do almost anything. And I'd say, okay, I'm just going to throw out fake numbers. I'm the king of fake numbers. It's going to be $5,000 to build this amazing thing, whatever it is. And you go back to your client and you say, okay, I'm going to mark it up a little, nice margin, and let's say we'll double it and sell it retail at $10,000. So now you just sold your client a $10,000 service. You keep the $5,000 and you pay us the $5,000 to do whatever that amazing thing was. So we do the heavy lifting, you do the front end sales. It's your customer, you're selling them whatever you need to sell them. So that's one way of making big money. We're also looking at launching just a straight affiliate program as well, where you just send us traffic and you'll make a percentage of sales that come through the platform. Chatbots can be $100 a month and a couple $100 to build. They could be, we just finished up a $45,000 chatbot that's going to be leading to about a $500,000 worth of custom work. So chatbots can get very big. It depends on where you're fishing. If you're dealing with small customers that have very little budget, then chatbots are going to be a challenge to get in place. If you're dealing with customers that are spending money on marketing already, they are investing in their growth, then a chatbot becomes a tool for growth. If it's not a tool for growth, then it's going to be hard to get big dollars out and scale your business. So look at chatbot as a tool for company growth. That's the direction we feel the strongest about. All the other areas are work fine and can be delivered and serviced and supported, and there's a business model for everything. But if you tie it to the money and business growth, you have the biggest opportunity.
Well, and here's something that's a little fascinating, for me, for folks who have smaller businesses. What a chatbot does is it can and in many cases, in my case, it has replaced other technology.
Yeah.
I do not have a landing page service. I have a chatbot landing page.
Right.
It replaces technologies that would normally be in place, because if you are doing the normal thing, let's say, if somebody clicks on an ad or somebody clicks on a live stream and comes to see you or something, and you have a call to action like the one I have up there, text bot to 555-888 if you want a free bot strategy. Somebody comes, there's a call to action to engage a little bit further with you. That leads directly to my chatbot, which will then take them through a series of things. I don't have to have a billion emails going out. I don't have to have a sales page. I can just say, hey, you want this thing? You can buy it right here. What that does is it saves you a ton of money on the small business side, but it also does something else for the client. And this is what I really want to get to. And kind of our next topic here is context switching. We're doing it so often out there in the world. We're having to go from an email. Now they have to click a link to a sales page. Now the sales page, they have to fill out information, hit the sale button. Then they go to a thank you page with possibly an upsell on it. Then they go to another page. There are so many what we call context switches. And every single time you go to another page, which is another service you're paying for, people drop. Lots of people drop. Every time you have to click out to somewhere different, people drop. Chatbot, you can put it all in the chatbot. You can put the videos, you can put the audio, you can put the text, you can put the buy button, you can put everything right there so that they don't even have to think about it. And that increases sales as well. So there are some ways that I think that chatbots uniquely benefit the small business. But in all cases, it really is at this point, particularly since Facebook has made some changes in the broadcasting, we're changing to a system where it's going to take some money to make some money. It's no longer just, hey, everybody, you can totally jump on this thing for free, and it will allow you to generate some stuff. Now, Facebook has seen the value of that and went, well, we're going to make some money ourselves, which, they're a business, but yeah, that's an interesting thing, because, I think about that statistic all the time. I think about that. It's going to be between 7 and 12 times, to get to know you. Well, sometimes you meet somebody and it's just right.
Right. Yep. Well, the key is in all sales is shortening that sales process and improving the sales process and automating part of the process and tweaking the process. So if you can keep the process from start to finish inside of the bot in one single engagement, you can really drive the emotion of the visitor and maintain that emotion till he says, yes, I want this product. And then as they put their credit card in and make the purchase, you're immediately on onboarding, and you're immediately having them use the product, whatever product you're selling. That's a different mindset. That changes the game, because I've been doing this for so long, and you get a customer and they sign up, and then 3 weeks later they said, yeah, I signed up for something, I forgot what it was, or I forgot how to do it. Or, you lose people after you give them the free trial, they never get back and actually buy anything from you. So to shorten that process, to keep it all in one place, the contextual switching is brilliant, like you said, is keep it all in one place. You are now training your customers in one place, one tool, how to interact with you and how to get the most out of you. This is very early. If you said from 1 to 100, where are we at maturity for the chatbot business? We're at a 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And we have 5-10 years to go to really make chatbots the method that people expect, utilize, and the real imaginative big players get in the right way. But I keep saying that a chatbot landing page could really replace a traditional website, I get yelled at by my guys in my office. Don't say it can replace it. Just say it's an alternative. Don't fight the battle that it's not as good as a web page. But in theory, if you go to your website and you have an engagement conversation that can go in the direction that the customer wants, what else do you want out of your website?
Yeah.
You know, I have on True Chat. You know, we're converting this and developing this whole mindset that we see TrueChat.io, our website, converting. We made a traditional website 6 months, 8 months, a year ago, and as we're getting deeper into this landing page, it just seems silly what we have. Excuse me one second. Because if we have like 80 pages on our website, but 75 of them hardly ever get anybody visiting it. So why do they build 75 pages when I could have said, let's build the main entry point into the conversation and let's see what direction the customer wants to go to, and then take that bot to that direction to fulfill what they're looking for.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to guess what every single customer needs. Why don't I just ask them, what do you want to know? What do you want to do? And if they say, I want to know if your product's better than ManyChat or Drift or whatever, then I need to have that answer, because that's what that customer needs for me to win them over. The next customer says, I need to be able to put a face to a company and everything else. How do I engage with you? Well, then you go do it this way, and you can learn about me and learn about, have a personal conversation. Or you need to know more technical specs. But why am I able to assume what you need and deliver it on 75 or 80 different pages? Doesn't make any sense anymore.
It doesn't make any sense. Here's the difference. I talk about this a lot. It's the difference between somebody walking by with an absolutely huge plate of hors d'oeuvres, and you, Steve, are a gluten-free, wheat-free, nut-allergic dude.
You definitely don't know me, do you?
No, I've eaten with you. I know these things. I'm just making this up, people. But, so this guy, you're starving. This guy with this huge plate of hors d'oeuvres walks by, and now you've got to find what you want. Okay, that's a website.
Right.
A chatbot is this: somebody walks by with that wheat-free, gluten-free, nut-free piece of meat, probably, that smells really good and is just going to hit that right spot right now. Who's your hero? The guy with the big plate? The guy with the thing that has exactly what you need at the right time, and you don't have to look at anything else right now.
All right. And based on the technology, that guy whose plate becomes empty and goes back to the kitchen, he's going to load it up with the stuff I like. And he's going to find me and say, here, I'm taking care of you.
Yeah.
Now I love the waiter, and he's my favorite waiter, and he's my favorite restaurant, and I'm going to service him, and I'm going to tip him well. And now I feel like I'm treated the way I want to be treated. That's the whole shift in the consumer behavior in the industry. We didn't make this up, but 2-3 years ago, the buzzword conversational marketing, conversational commerce started slipping out at conferences. And I've been to maybe 8 conferences in the last year or 2, marketing conferences. And every keynote speaker is talking about personalization, conversational, be where your customers are, have a one-to-one personal relationship with the visitor. They're not saying build bigger websites. They're not saying build bigger, marketing budgets. They're saying figure out how to find out what your individual customer needs one at a time and deliver it. So it's so inspiring for me as a chatbot guy to go to these conferences, and everything that everybody is saying is pointing down the direction that'll take chatbots from a 1 or 2 up to 100 in a few years. So what people like RJ and I are trying to do is make that climb from 0 to 100 much faster. Yeah. And the early adopters, the people that have vision, the people that say, you know what, I've got to keep pushing the envelope. I want to be better than my competition. I want to be first in the market. I want to take advantage of this. And the early part are going to win big. Yeah. The people that wait 3 or 4 years and say, okay, all my competitors have these landing pages. All my competitors do this. I might as well bite the bullet and get in there. Those people are going to have a tough tough game because competition is going to be tougher. Amazon will be 3 times the size as it is today, and other big companies are going to launch and disrupt industries. With this type of tool of chatbots and landing pages and AI and people like RJ, you can be a disruptor right now in your industry.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing that excites me about chatbots. I know that a lot of people, I had some clients and folks asking me questions here and there and everywhere, saying, is this, when Facebook came out with its announcement that the broadcasts were no longer going to be free, is this the end? Is this the end of the connection and all of the stuff that has been built up? Is this, Facebook seems to be squeezing those little people out again, as they did on Pages as well. Is this the end of it? Because it was the end. I mean, basically the end of Pages. I mean, I don't know anybody that's spending a whole lot of time or money on promoting their Facebook page unless they're paying for Facebook ads.
Right.
See Tammy Lane, people, if you want Facebook ads. Is this the same? Are we going to go along the same road where we're going to be fighting harder for diminishing returns? And what I've come back with is that, in fact, what it's done, what this change is going to bring about is a higher quality. Because there's a lot of spammers out there. They know who they are. None of them are listening to this stream. But A, higher quality, and B, more opportunity to not need Facebook to do these things.
Right.
Because when we're on Facebook land, we follow their rules. But when we're on our own website, we create the rules.
Right. Well, it goes back to the core fundamentals. Facebook is a channel. Okay. Email is a channel. Twitter is a channel. Paid ads on Google is a channel. Excuse me. What chatbots do are not necessarily channel specific. They're property specific. Okay, so you can put your chatbot on your property of your domain name, your company website. You own it, you own the traffic, you run the game, you run the rules. It's an investment in your own business. If you're going to invest in Facebook Messenger or ManyChat or Messenger marketing or Twitter or anything else, you're investing in a channel, just like people invested in newspaper ads for 20, 30, 40 years, and that was their sole channel. And then, the internet came about and email exploded, and it was free. It was the wild, wild west, and you could spam millions of emails out and you have no recourse. And then, the email providers like Gmail and everybody else started cracking down on spam and putting promotional boxes and put some friction into that because it was being abused. So messenger marketing to me is a channel. It's to outbound to find visitors or to find people interested in your company. And that's a great tool. To me, it's very on par with email marketing. It has some pluses and minuses, but with email marketing, you own the channel and it's very portable. You can change the providers. You can do what you need to do. With messenger marketing, it's in one place. It's in Facebook, and they own it. And like RJ said, they're a business, and they're going to maximize money out of it somehow. And the game's just going to change 2-3 more times down the road. So, in my experience, working with significant small, medium, and large brands, their main concern is protecting their properties and investing in themselves. If they invest all their dollars into a marketing channel, then they're at the risk and disposal of that marketing channel. And if it changes and they're 100% vested in messenger marketing and messenger marketing changes, they're at high risk of affecting their business. So the messenger marketing explosion, I'm grateful to it. And I think it was an amazing thing. It was the right thing at the right time. And it's a channel, just like email. It's now going to be more mature. And the people that do it well and follow the rules are going to be able to get benefit from it. But it's not, I want to go into the internet business. And if I use messenger marketing, I'm instantly successful and I'm going to ride this wave. I'm a purist is saying, if I do good business and I provide a service and it has value, I should be successful. I don't want any other shortcuts. I want to earn my keep. I'm not going to trick into black hat type stuff and ways to trick customers into this or that, and looking at high return rates and everything else. I want to promote strong strategy, the right message, and sell value. If a customer comes to me and says, "Look, I've got a shitty product and I want you to help me sell it," I say no. It's you can't sell something that people don't want. I don't want to be responsible for doing that. But if you have a strong business and a strong message and a commitment to be successful, then I can work with people like that. I choose to work with people like that. I was listening to Gary Vee at the Digital Agency Expo just 2 weeks ago in New York, where we exhibited. And I've never really followed Gary Vee, but I'm starting to, drink the Kool-Aid from him. But his biggest thing was that if you're trying to teach somebody new technology, just say, if you don't get it in the first 30 seconds, thank you. I'll catch you up in a year or 2 or 3 when you catch up to me, and go to the next person that needs your service and the next one. Don't try to drag people into your technology and into your service. Find people that are ready for your service. Don't waste your time on people that just don't get it and can't use it and can't decide and can't make that commitment. You can do them a great service and kind of show them the light. But if you want to grow as a business, focus on the customers that need you, not on building customers out of nothing. There's enough people in this world for everybody to sell everybody 5 times over. So that's what I learned from Gary Vee's speech is, if you're not ready for a chatbot, thank you very much. When you're ready, look me up. But I'm not here to teach you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I haven't paid that much attention to the V before.
Yeah.
But I might check it out if he's saying important things.
Well, he's a big proponent of working your ass off and doing it right, and earning what you get. But his number one theme of his speech is, we're at a time right now that, just like it was 5 years ago and 10 years ago, you're at an opportune time to do and realize whatever dream you want, because you have these tools available to you to mass produce what you need to produce, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's website work, whether it's content. You can mass produce this stuff and get it out there instantly with the tools that we all have available to us. It's kind of like a level playing field to get started, but you still have to earn the success. Nobody gets it quickly. You have to earn success. The hard workers, the smart people, the people that partner with the right companies, strategize to make the right decisions, they earn success. And that's the best feeling in the world. Short money, quick success. Hey, I did this crazy thing and we made $5,000. Can you repeat it? No. So, okay, $5,000 isn't going to change your life. But if you created a system that you can create $5,000 every week, that'll change lives.
Yeah. Yeah, it will. And I think that that really leads to my next question, my next and final, we'll say.
Okay.
We have talked away 50 minutes already, Steve.
I told you we can talk for days.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And we have.
Yes.
So the moment that I met Alex, he's the CEO of your company. I met him on the Marketers Cruise. People, if you want to go on the Marketers Cruise, I will be there. You know who else is going to be there? That guy.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
Our whole team's going to be there.
That's right. Your whole team is going to be there. A really wonderful time to get a hold of some other marketers. If you're interested in that, let me know and I will hook you up with the link, because seats are selling out. His thing is in January.
What's it, like 300, 400 top marketers of the world on a cruise ship for 7 days, where 8 days, where you really get to communicate and work with these thought leaders, these marketing leaders, to sell them, to learn from them, to joint venture with them. It's really the right environment to maximize everything. That's how TrueChat found RJ.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alex got up there to the microphone, and he was maybe 20 people before me. and he started talking about chatbots, and I immediately thought he was my competition.
Yeah.
I immediately thought, oh damn, somebody else is
Yeah.
selling chatbots.
Yeah.
And Alex, I got when I got done with the microphone, sometime later, he came up to me directly and he had this sheet, and he's like, "You need to try our platform right now."
Right.
And I'm like, "Shh! I didn't order the internet package. Damn."
Right.
You know. But
Yeah.
he had us, you and I, on a call, 8
Yeah.
o'clock, the
Yeah.
next Monday morning. What and the reason that he told me that he wanted that you and I to meet is because he said that you were the most passionate person about chatbots that he knew, and that he deeply wanted the two of us to meet and put our heads
Yeah.
together and do some stuff. Tell me what is the main reason you are so passionate about this technology now and
Sure.
going forward?
Okay, that's a great question. I've been in the internet space, digital marketing on my own agency, worked for big companies, worked for $4 billion organizations and different things. So 25 years of digital marketing capabilities and experience. And every single day of those 25 years, I've wanted to do this or do that. And I need to change this. And I'd love to be able to capture that. And I had to rely on programmers, developers, marketers, copywriters. And I said, you know what? That's great, but it's so inefficient. It's so slow to have to reinvent things one after another. So I've only been involved in chatbots for exactly 1 year now, exactly 1 year. But the tools that I see inside of a chatbot platform are all the tools that I need at my disposal to be an effective marketer, merchandiser, and manager. Okay, so now I have 100% control of delivering almost anything through a chatbot. I don't need a developer to connect my APIs out to databases. I don't need a developer to create an interactive question and answer session that branches out. I don't need a developer to do math and conditional statements and randomization. I can do it all at my fingertips inside the TrueChat platform. And for the past year, I have developed the TrueChat platform by, putting in my 2 cents into our development team, saying, look, these are the tools that marketers need. This isn't a tool that chatbot programmers need. These are the tools that will deliver results to the customer. And then we figure out how to make it efficient to make the developers happy. But it has to be a tool or an engine of tools that can deliver things like a wheel of discounts. You can spin a wheel and offer a discount for a coupon. You can take a transaction. But I simplify it as one simple statement. Anything you can do on a website, you can do inside of a chatbot. Faster, quicker, easier, low cost with less labor, less technical skills. And for the last 25 years, I've been building websites and web solutions and web applications and mobile applications. Now I can build it all in a chatbot in one session, deploy it on Facebook, on Twitter, on my website, anywhere in the world, any language, and I have control. And I'm a control freak because I want to be able to get this thing accomplished. If I wait for all my staff to do everything, project takes 3 weeks. If I close the door and have my iced tea in front of me, I can get it done in 6 hours, all by myself, no one to stop me. So the things that I can accomplish for the clients and for our business and for our future, I have no restrictions. If I need something new, like RJ does every week, I think of it, I suggest it, and I give it to my development team. And in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, they build it. They add it into the platform. We're adding so many cool things into the platform right now to make it more of a presentation system than just a hi, how you doing? I'm doing fine. What are you doing? What's your name? What's your email address? That's great. That's Chatbot 101. We're going to Chatbot 401, where it's a presentation engine that engages, captures, enlightens, entertains, all inside of the flow at the fingertips of a basic developer who can learn this stuff quickly from RJ's classes, RJ's education. You can pay RJ to do stuff. There's so many different options. The thing I suggest to people wanting to get in the game today is work with a person with like RJ, Learn the tools, the tricks, the ways to present things, because it's a different way to do things. It's the engagement cycle. It's not the dump the information cycle like you do on a web page. It's not the title or the single, the subject line is all you have to worry about. If you get a great subject line, the rest is okay. No, we go subject line, content, summary, questions, answers, captures, follow up, return on investment, the whole cycle. That's what we're responsible for. When you go talk to RJ, you're saying, how can you bring success to me? And she'll work with you to go from start to finish to bring success, not to do one thing. She's going to do everything. That's what excites me as a marketer, as influencing TrueChat's journey is, if I can think of it, we might be able to build it. And if I can think of it, it probably is because customers ask me for it, or I saw opportunities in the marketplace, or people aren't doing it effectively, or people aren't doing it, to the scale that needs to be done. We're not perfect, but TrueChat is a partnership company. If you work with us, we're going to work with you the way you want to be worked with. You have access to me, you have access to our CEO, you have access to our engineering departments. We're going to build solutions the way you need them built so you can scale them and stamp them out for 20 customers, not just the one customer. So strategy, focus, business development, that's our strength is TrueChat. There's 150 chat platforms out there. Most of them are engineering based, that they can physically do something, and they've built a nice platform, but they don't have the concept of how do you deliver success?
Yeah.
How do you build the marketing tools? How do you strategize? And people always ask me, what's the difference between TrueChat and Drift, or TrueChat and Intercom, or TrueChat and Landbot, TrueChat and ManyChat? And it's a simple thing that I learned from Grant Cardone when I worked for him for 2 years running his digital properties. The big difference is they don't have me. And the strategy of me is more important to a company that's trying to trust the direction and build a direction. So the strategy of me is our biggest asset. And everyone in this building that works with me has that same mindset. Our CTO, the reason TrueChat's better because nobody has Sergey as the CTO to build efficient, effective marketing tools. And same thing with the CEO. Nobody has Alex. He's our CEO. Nobody has an RJ. So be proud of what you offer. And that is scalable, because it's not scalable is the wrong word. That's protectable because nobody else has you. And you can sell against anybody else. You can sign up with any other platform, but they don't have me. And I can help you deliver the right strategy. I'm that confident in understanding what it is. We don't always succeed, and numbers are usually bullshit. I can improve your sales 87%, 42%. I can say any number. But all I can say is we're going to commit, and RJ is going to commit to figure it out and maximize the potential. Your product might not be right. Your marketing message might not be right. The price might not be right. Your competition's too strong. There's reasons that things fail. There's no magic. It's let's build a better business strategy that works. And with the tools that we offer and skills like RJ has to communicate, I think that's a winning combination that's worth investigating. Let's have a conversation. Reach out to RJ. Let's start talking about how to build your business with great foundational principles, value, and get your customers hooked, engaged, and trained to go forward.
Yeah, and that says it all, really. That says it all about what the real difference is. I mean, I can talk about the differences all day, and I do that on my show a lot. But the real difference is the people and the vision and the willingness to say, what exactly is your business, and what strategy can we use? That the strategy is worth its weight. It really is.
Well, right next to your name, RJ, it says chatbot strategy, and then it cuts off. Strategist, right? So that's your strength. And I've known that. I've talked to so many developers, and I put RJ at the top because she tries to understand what it's going to take. And if that's in her heart, then you got a great person on your team. If you're just trying to get somebody to do a simple job for you, then they got no heart. They're not in the game. The commitment RJ makes to her clients is exemplary. and we follow suit. That's why RJ and I get along so well, is because it's about success. Let's have as many successes today as we can, and not sales, not closed customers. Let's have successes, and we live our customers' successes. We live their failures. We're responsible for their failures. And if you can hire a strategist, a developer, a company that feels your pain, they're going to work really hard to feel your success as well. Boy, I should make that a shirt.
Hey,
Something. That was a good statement.
that was a great one.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was. I got to roll the tape.
Yeah, we'll have to roll the tape.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Can't say it any better than that. I want to thank you for being on today, Steve,
Sure.
because we've been planning to get you on, and we're going to have you on as a regular to talk about the advances, because I know you guys are growing by leaps and bounds and adding stuff. So yeah, folks, I will not be on Thursday because I'm going to be in San Diego. I'm going to be in San Diego at a conference there. And that is going to be a really, really great time. I'll be back next Tuesday, though, with a brand new show for you. Until then, check out this True Chat thing. Check it out. Yeah. Because you can't afford to miss this boat. It is really going to be, it is an outstanding product now, and it has an outstanding future. So check it out. If you want people that care about you and not necessarily, you care about your success more than they care about anything else. If you want that, then choose these people. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you again. And I will see you all in a bot.
Thanks, guys.